Hello friends, how are you? Uh, some MCQs have been taken from the subject linear integrated circuits. So let's have a look, okay? Which factor is responsible for the gain of op-amp to roll off after a certain frequency is reached? Capacitive effect, resistive effect, inductor effect, or none of the mentioned. See, the gain of the op-amp roll off due to the presence of capacitive component. You know, you have an op-amp. This is your op-amp, inverting, non-inverting. It might be inverting op-amp, okay? It might be an inverting op-amp, or it might be a non-verting op-amp, whatever it is. It might have a negative feedback or a positive feedback. So you know what is roll off? Roll off means the gradual reduction, okay, in the slope, okay. So when it is asking that what factor holds responsible for the gain of op-amp to roll off, that means gradually it is in the reduction form after a certain frequency or a cutoff frequency is reached. So the answer will be capacitive effect. The frequency, you know that xc is equal to 1 upon 2 pi fc, okay. So as the frequency increases, capacitive reactance decreases. The frequency increases as the reactance of component decreases, okay. So this is the case. So answer is the capacitive effect, because it is mainly responsible for the roll off condition. Second question is given as the frequency corresponding to logic 1 state in FSK is called space frequency, no. Mark frequency, yes. Both mark and space frequency, no or none. See, frequency shift जो होता है, frequency shift is usually accomplished by dividing a VCO with binary data signal. You have a VCO, voltage controlled oscillator, and if you are going to divide a VCO with the binary data signal, the logic 1 state of the binary data signal corresponds to mark frequency, okay. 1 is mainly referring to the mark frequency. Next is third, for a full wave rectification in a low voltage AC voltmeter, the meter current can be expressed as, see, this is actually full wave rectification in a low voltage AC voltmeter case. So meter current, that is IM, is asked. So mainly it will be it is mainly formula based. So the answer will be I naught is equal to zero point 0.9 times of V input by R1. So the third is the case. For full wave rectification, meter current, it is mainly meter current, that is I naught, it is mainly expressed as zero point 0.9 times of V input by R1, okay. Next is, what is the alternate method to measure the values of non-sinusoidal waveform other than AC voltmeter? The other alternative way in order to measure the values of non-sinusoidal waveform, that means it might be triangular wave, it might be square wave, okay, other than the AC voltmeter, uh, how can we measure it? By clipper? No. By clamper? No. By peak detector? Yes. Or by comparator? It is the peak detector, because a conventional AC voltmeter is designed to measure the RMS value of the pure sine wave, whereas the peak value of the non-sinusoidal waveforms can be a peak detector. Peak detector measures it measures the peak value of non-sinusoidal waveforms, sinusoidal waveforms, okay. So mainly peak detector is responsible. Next question is, how a symmetrical swing is obtained at the output of op-amp? By providing amplifier with negative supply voltage? No. By providing amplifier with positive voltage? No. By providing amplifier with positive and negative voltage, it is the right answer. None of the mentioned is not correct. See, for example, you have a single supply voltage plus 15 volt, ठीक है, during positive half cycle, if this is the sine wave, so during the positive half cycle the output will be plus 5 volt, mm, and minus 10 volt during negative half cycle, okay. Therefore the maximum peak to peak output swing, maximum peak to peak output swing is what? It is minus 5 minus 10 volt, that is it is minus 15 volt. It is an asymmetrical swing, it will be called as asymmetrical swing, okay. To get symmetrical swing, in order to obtain the both positive and the uh, negative supply voltage with bias point fixed supply is required. Means where you are going to have a symmetrical swing with only both positive and negative supply voltage, and you have to use the bias point fixed supply is required. That means for this you should have a fixed uh, point fixed supply is required. Okay, next question is specify the voltage gain of non-inverting amplifier. You know that in non-inverting amplifier, non-inverting means this is the non-inverting amplifier. You have the input here, okay, and here you can have the negative feedback and so on. Okay, so in case of non-inverting amplifier, you always have the formula a voltage gain is equal to 1 plus, if this is RF and this is R1, okay, so 1 plus RF upon R1. That means it is V output upon V input. So the answer will be the voltage gain of op-amp with feedback. You know that with open loop we have A is equal to V output by VD. Okay, the voltage gain of op-amp without feedback, it is actually with feedback. It is with feedback. Uh, okay, and without feedback it will be without feedback. Your voltage gain, open loop voltage gain will be your sorry, it will be V output V by V input. So the answer will be, actually here it is not given RF and R1, it is asking that voltage gain of non-inverting amplifier with feedback amplifier with and without feedback. What will be the voltage gain? So the answer will be, out of the given options, the answer should be C option, V output by VET, because VID is the differential input voltage. That means V plus minus V minus, the difference of the input voltages applied at the inverting and non-inverting terminals, and voltage gain will be V output. Actually it is no, it should be V output by V input. This is wrong print hai. So this is the answer. Next question is how the performance of an op-amp circuit can be improved. By using non-compensating network? No. By using frequency network? No. By using compensating network? True or none? See, the compensating networks are used to mainly can be improved. Compensating networks are mainly used to improve or modify the performance of op-amp circuit over the desired frequency range by controlling its gain, by controlling its gain by controlling its gain and phase shift and phase shift. Okay, what it is saying, that how the performance of an op-amp circuit can be improved. By using non-compensating network? No. By using frequency network? No. By using compensating network, which is able to improve or modify the op-amp performance over the desired frequency range by controlling its gain and phase shift to some optimum value. So the answer will be C option. Next question is the output current equation for MC1408 digital to analog converter would be, see, this is also the formula based. The answer will be C option. V reference, see, MC148, it is actually what? It is the combination of DAC. This MC1408, it is a combination of digital to analog converter and current to voltage converter. If the binary signal is input, if binary signal is input to MC1408 DAC, okay, then the output current will be this formula, V reference by R1 into, it is what it is given as, D7 by 2 plus D6 by 4 plus D5 by 8 plus D4 by 16 plus D3 by 32 plus D2 by 64 plus D1 by 128 plus D0 by 256. That means it is 2, then 2 square, then 2 cube, then 2 to the power 4, then 2 to the power 5, then 2 to the power 6, then 2 to the power 7, and then it is 2 to the power 8. Next question is how the average temperature coefficient of output voltage expressed in fixed voltage regulator. Regulator means to control. How it is maintained, how it is measured, it is expressed in millivolts per degree Celsius. It is not millivolt degree Celsius, none or degree Celsius. The temperature stability or the average temperature coefficient of the output voltage, it is actually the change in the output voltage. It is the change in output voltage per unit change in temperature. It is the change in output voltage per unit change in the temperature. Okay, and it is expressed in millivolts per degree Celsius. Okay, next question is what determine the full scale range, what it is, full scale range for the input resistance if the resistance in series with meters are this much. Okay, this is your homework, please do it. Okay, next question is what, ये आपको homework दिया है मैंने, what is the use of notch, what is the use of notch and dot in DIP dual inline package ICs? See, notch and dot as viewed from top view, it is used to find the pin terminal. It is used to find mainly, have you seen the ICs there, how it is identified? So the mainly notch and dot is mainly used to find the pin terminal. The terminals are numbered counterclockwise. So the answer will be determine the pin configuration, no. Designed to represent device type, no. Represent the property of IC, no. It is used to find the pin number. Okay, next question is calculate the output frequency in a frequency multiplier. If input frequency is 200 Hz, it is applied to a 7 divided by n network. See, VCO is actually running at a multiple of input frequency. The voltage controlled oscillator, it is actually running at a multiple of input frequency. So the output frequency is equal to divide by n network, divide by n network into F input. That means what will be the answer? Divide by n network, it is 7, into F input, it is 200 Hz, so it is 1400 Hz. So answer will be 1.4 kilohertz. So actually here it is, the option is not given as it is. Yeah, 7 to the 14, it means it should be 1.4. Okay, so the answer will be like this way. Now next question is at what values of C input and RDA precision clamping can obtained in P clamper when the time period of input waveform is 0.4 seconds. See, for precision clamping, you know, clamping, it is used to shift the signal to some vertically upward or vertically downward by some DC level. So for precision clamping, your C input and RD, the product of this C input and RD, it should be less than T by 2. So what is C input? It is actually 0.1 microfarad and RD should be 10 kilo ohm. Okay, and it should be less than what? 0.4 by 2. That means it is around 0.1 into 10 to the power minus 6 into 10 to the power 4. So it is 10 to the power minus 7 plus 4, and it is actually, it is very much less than 0.2. So it is 10 to the power minus 3 less than 0.2. Therefore C1 should be 0.1 microfarad and RD should be 10 kilo ohm. Actually you have to just calculate that this actually, you know, time constant is the product of R and C. So you have to just out of the given options you have to match that how much it should be, and when the time period of input waveform is 0.4 seconds, then it should be, if it is divided by 2, then it should be actually less than 0.2. Okay, so the answer will be this 0.1 mic. But what should be the optimum value of C input and RD so that the time period of input waveform is 0.4 second. So you have to keep like this, okay? Because you know I have given you the condition, it should be T by 2 for precision clamping. For precision clamping, okay? This is the condition. Next is analyze the circuit and determine the value of the total output offset voltage. See, this is the inverting amplifier. This is your RF, this is your R1, okay, this is your input voltage. So see, determine the output voltage. 1 minute. Okay, determine the output voltage. See, ये क्वेश्चन भी, this is also your homework. ये आप 2 क्वेश्चन होमवर्क में करेंगे. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, मैंने आपको होमवर्क इसलिए दिया ताकि आप थोड़ा सा उसको मुझे कमेंट सेक्शन बॉक्स में लिखें, एंड आई शुड बी नोइंग दैट कौन पढ़ रहा है कौन नहीं पढ़ रहा है. ये आंसर देखिए, 3 volt, 5 volt and 7 volt 3 input voltages हैं which are applied to the inverting terminal of averaging amplifier. तो आप कर ही सकते हैं. ओके देखो, ये हो गया, ये हो गया, ये हो गया. ओके, सो दिस इज 3 वोल्ट, दिस इज 5 वोल्ट, दिस इज 7 वोल्ट एंड दिस इज इन्वर्टिंग टर्मिनल. ओके, एंड यहाँ पे आप देखिए इसको ग्राउंड कर सकते हैं. यहाँ पे मान लीजिए आपने एक फीडबैक रेजिस्टेंस रख दिया. दिस इज द केस ना. तो अब आप इसमें देखिए डिटरमाइन द आउटपुट वोल्टेज बिकॉज इट इज द समिंग एम्पलीफायर. ओके, तो इस केस में आप देखिए ये आप कैसे करेंगे. वी आउटपुट इज इक्वल टू माइनस ऑफ वी ए प्लस वी बी प्लस वी सी by 3 and this is equal to minus of 3 plus 5 plus 7 by 3 and again this is minus 3 plus 5 8 plus 7 15 by 3 minus 5 volt. So the answer will be minus 5 volt. Next question is analyze the given circuit and determine the correct option. See, in this case you have the 5 volt peak to peak. That means it should be plus 2.5 here and minus 2.5 here. So it should be like this way. Okay, so peak to peak value is therefore it is 5 volt. Now 47 ohm if it is the R1 and it is the feedback resistance and it is something load resistance, and you have what should be the condition. Actually the condition should be what should be the condition, that it should be output offset voltage should be greater than input offset bias current. This should be the condition, neither this nor this. It should be very much greater than input offset bias current. Okay, because you should be knowing that 714 op-amp 714 op-amp has input offset voltage 6 millivolt DC and input bias current is 500 nanoamperes. So the output offset voltage due to input offset voltage due to input offset voltage, IOO means input offset, input offset voltage, it is given as 1 plus what it is RF upon R1 into VIO, and this is what 1 plus what is the feedback resistance 4.7 kilo ohm 4.7 kilo ohm by 47 ohm into what is input offset voltage. It is, you know, input offset voltage actually it is 6 millivolt, standardized result. Now if it is not given you have to learn this 6 millivolt, so it would come like 0.606 volt. So the output offset voltage due to input bias current, if you have to calculate output offset voltage due to input bias current, IIB, that means input bias current, so it will be equal to VIOB is equal to RF into IB. That means it is 4.7 kilo ohm into input bias current is base current is 500 nanoampere, so it will come out to be 2.35 millivolt. That means your output offset voltage VOO, okay, it is greater than, very much greater than VIOB, because it is what it is given as 0.606 volt and it is very much greater than this value RFIB. That means it is what it is 2.35. Okay, that's why the option is C. Next question is, the overall gain of the higher order filter is varying, fixed or random. The overall gain of the higher order filter is fixed actually. Why it is fixed? It is fixed because all the frequency determining resistor and capacitors are equal. All the frequency determining resistors and capacitors are equal, same. Okay, next question is, open loop configuration is not preferred in op amps because first break frequency is too large. No, first break frequency is very small, second break frequency is too large, or all is not correct. This is also not correct. This is correct because the bandwidth of op amp is simply the first break frequency. Bandwidth of op amp is simply the first break frequency. So as the value of bandwidth is very small, it is very small, so the open loop configuration is of little used or not preferred in op amp. So open loop configuration is not preferred in op amp because bandwidth is very small. So open loop configuration is not preferred or it is just neglected. Okay, next question is, to get a maximum output current, IC regulation are provided with radiation source, heat sink, peak detector, none. See, load current जो होती है आपकी load current, it may vary from 0 to maximum rate, maximum output current. टू मेंटेन दिस कंडीशन आईसी रेगुलेटर जो होता है आपका, आईसी रेगुलेटर, इट इज यूजुअली प्रोवाइडेड विद अ हीट सिंक. Okay, otherwise it may not provide the rated maximum output current. Otherwise it may not provide the rated maximum output current, because you know excessive current can damage the circuit. So heat sinks are provided which can just absorb the necessary heat na. Heat sinks, what you have heard about TJ na, junction temperature minus ambient temperature by you have read about thermal resistance na upon PD. So this is the formula which is generally used in heat sinks. So heat sinks are mainly preferred in order to these heat sinks are mainly used in the IC regulator in order to maintain the ideal condition, so that the excessive it cannot damage the circuit actually. So this is actually what B option, heat sink. Okay, next question is for, okay, this is 19th question. Okay, for VD greater than equal to plus 4 VT, this is very important condition. This is differential input voltage plus minus 4T. The function of differential amplifier will be a switch. No, it is limiter. It is automatic gain controller, that means AGC or linear amplifier. So it is basically limiter. ठीक है. At this condition the input voltage of amplifier, input voltage of amplifier is greater than plus minus 100 millivolt, and therefore it acts as a limiter. Under this condition, when this condition is given that VD is greater than plus minus 4 VT, the function of differential amplifier will be acting as a limiter. Okay, because the input voltage of amplifier is greater than equal to plus minus 100 millivolt. Okay, now what you have what I have given in homework, please do correct it. Please write down to me in the comment section box. Okay, otherwise फिर होमवर्क देने का फ़ायदा नहीं है. Till then please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.